As the guessing game continues as to what crime the FBI is investigating Donald Trump for, one thing that has gotten vastly overstated in the last 24 hours by talking heads and political pundits on both sides has been that one of the possible crimes could carry the possibility of preventing Trump from running for office again. The reality is that while that makes a great headline, it's almost certainly not true. Some on the left rooting for Attorney General Merrick Garland to prosecute in the hope that their so-called savior of democracy can prevent Donald Trump from running again. Some on the right claiming it's the hidden motive of the corrupt, politicized Justice Department and FBI. And then there's the reality. This really got amped up last night when prominent Democratic lawyer Mark Elias, former general counsel for Hillary Clinton's 2016 campaign, tweeted this, quote, "The media is missing the really, really big reason why the raid today is a potential blockbuster in American politics." He then pointed to Section 2071 of Title 18 of the U.S. Code, which, yes, states, "Whoever having the custody of any such record, proceeding, map, book, document, paper, or other thing willfully and unlawfully conceals, removes, mutilates, obliterates, falsifies, or destroys the same, shall forfeit his office and be disqualified from holding any office under the United States, in addition to a possible 3-year prison term." Now, remember, what we have heard about the DOJ investigation so far is that they were supposedly looking into whether Trump had unlawfully taken government files with him when he left the White House. And so that tweet went viral. And you had others backing it up, like this on MSNBC a short time later.
They may have decided to go after this, disqualify him from future office, secure a conviction, and have that be the broad resolution of the whole problem, Trump.
That completely set off those on the right who were itching for any sort of evidence that the Democrats are weaponizing the Justice Department and the FBI for their own political gain.
He just kind of revealed what a lot of us think is the DOJ's entire strategy: take Trump off the political playing field. And he's like salivating when he says it. This is an open secret at this point.
What other reason would you have other than to disqualify President Trump going forward for any political office?
All right, so now let's have some straight talk. Yes, that specific statute says that one of the punishments is disqualifying someone from running for office. But no, it wouldn't hold up. This simply isn't something Congress can do. The Constitution sets the criteria for who can run for the office of president, not Congress. The only way Congress can bar or disqualify anyone from the presidency is by impeachment. The Constitution lists only 3 things needed to be president: 35 years, natural-born citizen, lived in the U.S. for 14 years. And previous Supreme Court rulings have blocked efforts to change qualifications in other contexts. So it stands to reason that if the statute in question here was invoked, the court and maybe the Supreme Court would reject attempts to change what the Constitution expressly states about qualifications. Joining me now, Josh Blackman, constitutional law professor at South Texas College of Law, Houston. Last night, as the media wars over this topic were raging, Josh wrote this sober legal analysis for Reason magazine entitled, "No, 18 U.S.C. Section 2071 cannot disqualify Trump from the presidency. That statute disqualifies a person from holding any office under the United States." Josh, welcome back to the show. Appreciate it. All right, explain to us, if you can, in lay terms, what that means.
The Constitution sets certain requirements for federal office. To be president, you have to be 35 years old, a natural-born citizen, and a citizen of the United States. That's it. Congress cannot add additional qualifications. They can also add what you might call disqualifications through a statute. The statute you quoted from before says if you mishandle certain documents, you cannot hold an office under the United States. You can't be appointed to certain positions. But that statute would not be understood to apply to elected positions.
Right.
Because elected positions, the qualifications are set by the Constitution itself.
All right. So you mentioned in your article that Republicans actually considered whether this statute could or should block Hillary Clinton from becoming president when there were rumors she would run back in 2015. Talk to us about that.
There's nothing new under the sun. Back in 2015, there were allegations about Hillary Clinton's private email server. and that classified documents were sent on the private email server. And prominent Republicans, including the Attorney General, Michael Mukasey, pointed to this statute as evidence that Hillary Clinton should be convicted of a crime and forever barred from running for presidency. At the time, my colleague, Seth Barrett-Tillman, he's a law professor in Ireland, explained that Mukasey was wrong, that Congress can't have a president disqualified. That goes beyond their powers. And Mukasey actually apologized and said, yep, Seth, you're right. So the exact same issue that popped up in 2016, where Republicans want to knock out Clinton, is coming up again in 2022, where Democrats want to knock out Trump. Nothing's new under the sun.
I think it's a good thing that Congress can't prevent, in the form of a statute, a president from running for president. As a result, the left can calm down, the right can calm down, and we get straight talk from Josh Blackman. Josh, thank you for coming on the show. Appreciate it. Thank you.